Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and here we go with about a month worth of books. Trying to get these on a regular basis, but as I say, sometimes life happens, and I'm not able to do these as often as I would like. But we're gonna get a full rundown of everything that I've picked up in the last couple of weeks, starting with some graphic novels, some hardcovers, and we're gonna start with Godzilla Dominion. This is one that I pre-ordered some time ago and completely forgot about it. Matter of fact, so long ago, this book takes place after the events of Godzilla King of the Monsters, which was like two movies ago. I think this has a 2021 copyright date on it. So I finally got it. I read it. It's a lot of fun. It really kind of shows a different, it's just following Godzilla and how he sees things and how he handles things. But really good read. A lot of fun. Also picked up, I already have this, but this is the 40th anniversary re-release. And those of you who know about, the completist mentality, that's why I get something like this, even though I already have it. The Garbage Pail Kids hardcover. This collects this is the first 5 series, the original run of Garbage Pail Kids. And what it does is it just shows the art, and you have both themes on there, but you just have the just have the artwork for them. The various Garbage Pail Kids for the first couple of series. It's good stuff. It's good to look at them. Again, I already have it, but this one is the 40th anniversary one, and I think this one has the last one came with these bonus stickers here, and this one comes. The last one came with them. This one comes with them. I'm thinking that these are going to be different. I'm not sure if I took the ones out of the other one or not. They're around somewhere. I don't know, but I got that one. And then this past week, I got another one that I don't remember pre-ordering it, but if I did, it makes sense because I'm a big fan of the movie. And this is a hardcover from, I don't know who this is from, Z2. I don't know. It is The Return of the Blues Brothers, The Escape of Joliet Jake. And this takes place some years after the original movie. It doesn't acknowledge Blues Brothers 2000 at all, and it follows the exploits of Joliet Jake, who says they escaped, but he's kind of kidnapped. And Elwood and the police officer kind of join forces to try to find out what happened to Jake. And I mean, the artwork works really well for it. It's got that sort of 90s. 80s, 90s underground independent comic book look to it, which works very well for the Blues Brothers. I mean, it would have been awesome to have someone like Jim Lee draw the Blues Brothers, but it wouldn't have the same feel as this kind of art. But those are the non-comic books that I picked up over the last couple of weeks. Now, for the regular comics books that I picked up, not separated by week, just like last time, they're going to be separated into their sections, starting with the ones that are just kind of outliers. And we have one that I'm surprised that this came out. I wish I have not had a chance to read this one yet, but I need to because I really love this series. And then this is Barbaric from Vault Comics. I love this series so much. It's Conan with an attitude and a talking axe that gets drunk off of blood. I mean, really, what more do you need? But yeah, there's Barbaric. It's called The Black Knight. It is a one-shot. I also grabbed Harley Quinn Elvira #2. Haven't read the first one yet. I'm a big fan of Elvira, but not so much a fan of Hot Topic Harley. So it's taken me some time to actually get around to reading it. From Marvel, wrapping up The Death of the Silver Surfer with another amazing Claudio Castellini cover. I love Claudio Castellini in the way he does the Silver Surfer. And then from our Marvel, of course, Spirits of Violence, continuing the nonsensical, very confusing, and poorly drawn Ghost Rider franchise with a story that I have no idea what the hell is going on here. I have no idea who half of these characters are because Marvel has really screwed up the Ghost Rider franchise, and they need to. My hope is that they use this and this whole Spirits of Violence and this character who's going around trying to kill off the different Ghost Riders. I hope that we just use that just to wipe out some of these Ghost Riders, because really we only need 2. We need Blaze and Catch. Everything else is just unnecessary fluff. It needs to be done away with. All right, moving on to facsimiles, because I always get my facsimile comics. 2 from Archie, including Betty and Veronica #40, I believe it says. Yeah, #40. Has a cover date on there, January 1959. Love these old Archie covers. And then I got Sabrina the Teenage Witch, #1. This one does not have the year on it, which is kind of weird. But there you go. First appearance of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. From DC, I grabbed Batman #47. Excuse me, I got allergies. I got a throat thing going, so I'm not going to sound the best this week. Moving on to Marvel, Fantastic Four #11. Now, this continues their year-long reprint of the first 12 issues of the Fantastic Four, the original Fantastic Four, before it started getting relaunched and renumbered every 6 months. And then Uncanny X-Men #140. Gotta love that. Okay, moving on from facsimiles, we're going to go into the Energon universe with G.I. Joe #13. This begins the Dreadnought War. And I think, seems like there was a part 2 to this. I got to find those books. Well, anyway. There is that cover. I love these Cobra Commander covers. And actually, there is a part 2 to this that is coming up next in the stack, and that is G.I. Joe #14. Now, the reason why there's 2 of this is because throughout this Dreadnought War, it is going to be done bi-weekly. So 2 issues a month just to wrap this up. It's 5-issue story arc, which hopefully means that when we're done with the Dreadnought War, which is actually pretty cool, but when we're done with it, we go back to a monthly print cycle. Moving on with other greatness from the Energon universe, Transformers #26. Another great Optimus Prime cover, and this was a great issue with Thundercracker and Skywarp, and even seeing Soundwave laugh, even in comic book form, is very, very creepy, but he did it in here. And wrapping up the Energon universe, we've got Void Rivals #24. I believe #25, which is out in December, begins another war, but this is not the Dreadnought War. That is going to be the Quintesson War. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And wrapping it up with the other tier of my pull list. Like I've said before, I got 3 things that are always on my pull list: facsimiles, Energon Universe, and Godzilla. So we did facsimile, we did Energon Universe. Here's Godzilla books. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #5 of 5, wrapping this first part up. The second part is, I think it's Godzilla Infinity War, starts sometime next year. And of course, because Marvel, for some ungodly reason, insists on trying to make the character happen, Null is now involved with it. One of the most, in my opinion, one of the most useless and uninteresting characters Marvel's come up with ever since Squirrel Girl and this Ms. Marvel chick. Moving on, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Godzilla #1. Another interesting crossover. And going to the ID version of Godzilla, we have, I think this is the final one. This is Godzilla vs. America, Kansas City, which I haven't read this one. It's an interesting concept. These are anthology books, but they use whatever city that Godzilla was attacking in the issue. They used local talent. So this is Kansas City, so they use Kansas City talent, which is great, which is fine. But I don't know any of these people, and some of the landmarks and stuff and some of the references that they make, I didn't understand because I'm not from that area. I read the other ones, the Boston and some of the in Chicago. They were okay. They weren't the best Godzilla books I've ever read, but they were just fun, I guess. And so I haven't read that one yet. I'm going to get around to it at some point. Moving to the Godzilla universe, we've got Godzilla #4. Still a great little series. Oddly enough, not my favorite Godzilla series from this family of books. It's probably my second favorite. My third favorite is Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. This series, I don't know what they're doing with this series. It's kind of, Godzilla does appear in this. He does a little walk-on thing in this one, but really that they could just call it Escape the Dead Zone and it would be the same thing. I think one of the things that takes me out of it, besides the fact that Godzilla really isn't a main character in it, is the fact that there is so much swearing in this book. And in a Godzilla book, you don't need the F-bomb dropped every other page. It's just not necessary. I wish it would stop doing that and take it back so that, I want my kids to be able to read this stuff too, But the last, certainly not least, and my favorite of the Godzilla family books is Starship Godzilla. This series is so much fun. This one just came out. I have not had a chance yet to read this one, but even just reading that first issue, I said it before and I'll say it again. If you're a fan of Cowboy Bebop, this is a Godzilla series you need to read, because it's instead of the Bebop, you've got Mecha Godzilla flying through space, and you've got your versions of Spike and Jet and Faye Valentine. They're sort of bounty hunters, sort of cowboys, like in Cowboy Bebop, and they go on these missions. They're just trying to survive, trying to get from point A to point B, and it's a lot of fun. The art is fun, the characters are fun, the writing is fun, and this, oddly enough, Godzilla's not in this one at all, except for Mecha Godzilla, but this is, out of all three of them, this is my favorite one. I really, really enjoyed it. Just reading that first issue. Like I said, I haven't read the second issue yet, but that first issue, I really, really did enjoy. Escape the Dead Zone. I mean, if I'm going to drop any of these Godzilla family of books, it's going to be Escape the Dead Zone, just because it's not doing anything really. We're 4 issues into it, and really nothing has happened. We're still introducing the characters, like we're introducing the character every single issue. And then there's the whole, oh, look, we swear in this book, which is totally unnecessary, as I said before. But that said, yeah, that's it. Those are all the books I had picked up this week. Of course, I was able to dig out another old school poster. I've had this poster for probably 25 years or so. I picked this up from a place called Log Cabin Comics. It's no longer around. At one time in my hometown, we had like 5 comic book shops. We started with 1 and then 2, and then we exploded, and then it just kind of imploded, and now we're back down to 1. We got the main one, the best one, Nostalgia Inc., best comic book store of all time, my favorite comic book store. Even after living in Portland, Oregon for 4 years, I still always go back to Nostalgia Inc. But got that poster, got my Lobo counter standee, of course. This is to promote, I don't know if I've shown this one yet or not, but this was to promote the Lobo's Back miniseries. And of course, he says, guess what I'm going to do with it when I'm done reading it. And he's reading the first issue of Lobo. And, the books would go here and it would sit on the counter. My LCS, Nostalgia Inc., back when that came out, asked him what he was going to do with it. He said, he's like, if you want it, you can have it. So, of course, it's Lobo. I wanted it. So I have it. And it's one of those cool things that it pops up every once in a while. I'll pack it away and I won't see it. I'll look for it and can't find it. But then when I'm not looking for it and kind of in the back of my mind, it'll pop up out of nowhere. And I'm hoping I can actually keep it, here. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if you can get something like that graded or not, or encapsulated or whatever. I like to do something to kind of protect it a little bit, but I'm not quite sure what to do with something like that yet. But that said, I'm going to wrap this up. And I hope everybody's had a great run of new comic book days. A lot of great books coming out. As I always say, my pull list, very slim, very select, because I've been reading since 1990, and I'm at that point where, I'm not just going to buy books just to buy books. I don't read Absolute. I don't read Ultimate. I don't read any of that stuff because it's not interesting to me. I know it's popular and it's great. I love the fact that people love these books, just not into it. No, but that's it. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. I'll see everybody next time, hopefully soon. I know we got Thanksgiving coming up. So if I'm not able to do a video this coming up week, I'll do Thanksgiving and post Thanksgiving the week after. So, but hope everybody's having a great time, and we will see you guys very, very soon, as possible, with another stack of new comic books. See you later.